My parents handed me a $10 check at my wedding reception and laughed, "Sorry, honey, but we spent your college fund on your sister's new Tesla. She's just always been the priority for us." When my new husband asked if they were joking, my father shrugged and said, "Hey, at least we showed up to the circus." I just smiled and said, "Thanks for making this so easy for me." That was 12 days ago. This morning I woke up to my sister's Instagram being deactivated and 67 panicked calls from my parents. Let me explain what happened. At the reception, my Aunt Susan was sitting 2 tables over. She heard everything. The $10 check, the Tesla comment, the circus line. Before the cake was even cut, she grabbed her phone and posted about it in our family group chat. By midnight, 23 relatives had seen it. By morning, 31. My cousin Danny was the first to respond. "Wait, they gave Emma $10 at her wedding?" "Uncle Bob, I've been sending money for Emma's college fund every Christmas. Where did that go?" "Mom tried damage control. There's been a misunderstanding. We love both daughters equally, but the damage was done." Day 2, Chelsea posted on Instagram a video of her washing her Tesla, captioned "Sunday self-care with my baby," with hashtags like Blessed and Tesla Life. She tagged our parents. Aunt Susan screenshot it within minutes, posted it in the family chat with one line: "This is the car they bought instead of Emma's education." The chat exploded. 17 people typing at once. Day 3, I got a call from Uncle Bob. He wanted to know where his money went. See, he'd been sending $500 every single Christmas for 8 years, specifically marked for Emma's college fund. "That's $4,000, Mom stammered. She couldn't produce receipts. She couldn't explain where it went. Day 4, Aunt Sarah called. Same story. She'd sent $300 every birthday for 10 years. Day 5, the country club incident. Mom called me crying. Mrs. Patterson had cornered her at lunch, asking if the rumors were true, if they'd really stolen from me. Mom was humiliated. I told her I hadn't said anything to anyone. People are just connecting the dots, Mom. Day 6 changed everything. I got a letter from my grandmother's estate lawyer, the one who handled her will 3 years ago. Apparently, my grandmother had left me $35,000 before she died, specifically for college. The money went to my parents as trustees since I was only 19 at the time. I never saw a single cent. I forwarded the letter to Uncle Bob, to Aunt Sarah, to the entire family group chat. Day 7, Dad called. His voice was shaking. The family was threatening to pull all funding from their consulting business unless they made things right. See, most of Dad's clients were family connections. Uncle Bob's firm, Aunt Sarah's company, cousin Danny's startup. "MLBs will fix this. Just tell them to stop." I said, "Fix what exactly?" Silence. Day 8, Chelsea called me for the first time in 6 months. She was crying. Her Instagram comments were brutal. People were calling her spoiled, entitled, a thief. She deactivated everything. "This is your fault," she sobbed. "You turned everyone against me." I said, "I posted nothing, Chelsea. I said nothing. You posted your Tesla. Mom and Dad said what they said. This is on you." Day 9, my husband Mike and I met with a lawyer just to see our options. Turns out what my parents did has a legal name: conversion, breach of fiduciary duty, potentially fraud. The lawyer asked how much we were talking about total. I did the math. Uncle Bob's $4,000, Aunt Sarah's $3,000, Grandma's $35,000. The original college fund my parents set up when I was born, roughly $32,000. Birthday money from relatives over the years, another $8,000. My summer job savings they borrowed for Chelsea's study abroad, $5,000. Conservative estimate, $87,000. The lawyer raised her eyebrows. "We can absolutely work with this." Day 10, I sent my parents one email. No threats, just numbers. An itemized list of every dollar they'd taken, every source, every date. Subject line, "What you owe me." I didn't ask for the money. I just wanted them to see it in writing. Day 11, nothing. Radio silence. Then yesterday morning, day 12, I heard a car pull up. I looked out the window and saw my father. He was getting out of a truck. In the bed of the truck was Chelsea's Tesla, on a flatbed. He knocked on the door. His eyes were red. "We're selling it," he said quietly. "We're selling the Tesla. We're selling my Rolex. We're taking out a loan against the house if we have to." He handed me an envelope. Inside was a check, $87,000, the full amount. The memo line read, "We're sorry. We'll do better." Behind him, my mother stood on the sidewalk. She couldn't even look at me. This morning, I got a text from Chelsea. Just 2 words. "I hate you." I replied, "I didn't take anything from you." "They did. My phone's been buzzing all day. Relatives calling to congratulate me. Others calling to ask what happens now. Honestly, I don't know. The money's in my account. The relationship with my parents? Probably dead. But I'm sitting here looking at this check, and for the first time in 12 days, I can breathe. Sometimes the hardest thing about standing up for yourself is realizing you should have done it years ago.